Hey everybody, welcome back to this place that we are at. There is, I think, a new Emblem banner coming up soon, and so I wanted to just knock that video out quick so that it's there for everybody. Cause I'm busy this week, bro. But I will be live on Saturday to do some stuff, and then also have a member stream on Saturday after that, so that you're getting me live at least one time this week. But I am head down on a lot of stuff presently, including redoing this whole thing, and then some sponsored stuff, and just all kinds of life things as well. So if you're like, huh, he's only put out like 2 videos this week, well, that is why. But I do have some stuff planned, including this, which is the Emblem banner prediction. I hate that name. I'm going to keep the buck. But we do have legendaries and mythics coming back, and evidently a new emblem. That's a thing. So you can see returning here, we have confirmed, I think, so far. Emblem. Coincidence. Also, Valencia. Love that. Lady Violet is down there. Camilla is coming back. I think this is her first run. She kind of got punted quite a bit down the road after her debut. And then we also have Sather, who is color sharing alongside Camilla, which is maybe a good thing if you're a Sather fan. But if you just don't want merges, then it's probably not a great thing for you, because she was technically free. And by technically, I mean was free. So long as you cleared the proper story chapter. And then we have Arvel, who is down there in Cullis, just by their lonesome. So nothing else other than the fact that it makes an F shape. Other than that, there's not really anything all that exciting. Upcoming, do you see the issue? Because I see the issue. I see the problem. Do you? It's actually a very healthy looking pool, except for one, which is red. That's problematic at best. I don't know what they're gonna do, honestly, for red. And we have next month's banner, which does currently have a missing red option. Okay, so there's 2 there, but there's 1 to fill in. And I don't believe, based on who is currently there slated for red, the new one is definitely not red at all. So I would anticipate, genuinely, we're gonna see some kind of notes update saying like, oh, Kevasir was meant to come back in May, but now she'll be back in April. Something like that is, I'm pretty confident, gonna happen in the notes. I hope. When this banner, the Emblem banner for March, comes out. So we'll let you know with the hero tracker when that happens. But currently, we're looking at either a notes fill or a backlog fill of just something random. Which I guess they could do. Like, they could throw Rearmed Crom in there or something next month if they really needed a filler. But currently, Severa is the only anchor in red. So, not 100% sure what's going on there. Blue and colorless, both very full. 5 apiece there. And then green is the standard healthy 4-piece option. All of them, well, pretty special, I think, outside of Rosado, who is normal pool. And then Merrick, obviously, is also normal pool, but isn't ascended, so it has some more value, I think, with the Floret, if you haven't gotten him yet. Blue is coming up very rearmed and attuned in the next few months, and then colorless is kind of a mixed bag between rearmed and then just 5-star options, really. That is kind of where we are with things. So that said, there's a lot of choices that we can have. I think it makes a lot of sense for Ginny to come back in colorless. I think it makes a lot of sense for the cabs of Mycen and Isidora showing up in blue, because blue is kind of a throwaway. Nothing against Violet, but Remix is soon-ish, probably, for her. That will be coming up in probably another year or so, I think, if I'm remembering right. And the way that this game kind of... I don't want to say makes certain units obsolete. Less useful, I think, is a better terminology to utilize. You know, when a character or unit comes out 6 months later, it's kind of like, well, you know what I mean? By the time you hit their rerun, most of the time they're just not nearly as effective as they used to be. So for that reason, I would say that blue currently is probably one of the weaker pool options if they go with Isidora and Mycen, who, I'll be honest, are cool. I love both their characters on their banners. They are not the stars. So, there is that. But, in good news, red is looking pretty positive. And I think colorless also looks pretty positive if Tina shows up alongside Arvel and Ginny. I think that could be pretty good. Green is probably the strongest upcoming pool over the next month or two. And I don't anticipate getting any filler from that color this time. I think more than likely we will probably see a new emblem show up in green. And so this is what I have prediction-wise, okay? This is more or less what I have just kind of spelled out for you, but in visual form, in case, you know, you're into that kind of thing. I believe, probably, maybe, that we're going to be looking at Emblem Celica. I think that that would make sense chronologically. I think that Celica, in all of her advanced forms, has had a green tone to an extent, and by that I mean her legendary version. Because I think her base has a red tone, and then her brave has a sword. So, outside of that, you know, seasonals and whatnot, her legendary has been green, and so I would assume that potentially her emblem might also be green. But who knows? Who knows? It could also just not be Celica. It could be somebody else. Also, I'm not sure who it would be, but green makes the most sense. I think typically Tome is like the safest call out there. If they were to do another rando filler, or maybe even if it's not even just someone from Engage, like an emblem from Engage, perhaps it is someone else. They could do that. I mean, technically it could be Tiki, you know? They could throw Tiki in there, because dragons can be any color, right? There's some variability. I don't know that any real emblem potential looks Axe-ish, but it could be a green bow Lyn. Could also be that. I feel in my bones that more than likely we're going to be getting Celica, and she's going to be introducing some kind of warp mechanic with her emblemness. So, that just makes the most sense to me, personally. I was excited to potentially see a Sigurd. I don't think that's going to happen this time around. Sag. But, maybe they throw a loop and they put the emblem in red. That could also happen. I don't foresee that happening. but that could be another potential option because there's a lot of red emblem potential heroes that we could get. Because I don't know if you're aware, Fire Emblem is a game, nay, series, that spans about 30 years and has a lot of sword characters in it. So they're never really hurting for a red option that they could introduce, or, you know, reclone or make an alt of. So it potentially could do that. I don't think that they will, but they potentially could do that. I think it's still going to be green. I think it's probably still going to be Celica, but we'll see. We'll see. It could be anything. Ooh. I mean, legitimately, there's just, on a personal level, I feel there's way too many banners in Heroes, and it's just a lot. It's getting to be a lot. You know what I mean? A lot of people that play gacha games don't deal with like 12 plus new characters every single month, and we do. We do over here. And as you can see, like the backlog for upcoming, that has grown quite a bit, and I don't potentially see that slowing down anytime soon. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I think the time that I have been foreshadowing for the last like probably 3 years is coming soon, in that we are introducing so many different hero types at so many different rarities, at so many different limited accessibilities, that I think they kind of need to potentially rethink how they're introducing, reappearances into existing banners. And that has already kind of started with double special heroes, for example. So I wouldn't anticipate the monthly legendary emblem mythic banners being any different at some point. I could see the potential pattern that they have had, that I have brought to you all for the last several years, half a decade even, be changing soon. So I'll keep an eye out. I'll continue to do what I can to keep you guys in the know where possible, but yeah, we'll see. I'm here for the ride, and I hope you are too. So we'll just see how it goes. But that's it. That's what I got. I hope it's kind of helpful, and if you want to draw your own conclusions, feel free to share them. Because I don't know if there are any right or wrong answers anymore. I think we're approaching somewhat of an academically gray area in terms of predictions or guesses on a lot of these monthly banners, or just appearance banners in general. So but that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.